I completely understand what you're saying. I guess, the way that it has played out over the last week, it's been a very public spat. He said, she said. I mean, it really is it was a 2-day divorce. But, I've got to ask, what was the point of a 2-day divorce?
Well, if you get the policies that we want, we stared them down, we didn't blink, and we got them. I'll tell you what that's worth. That's worth a lot to people in regional Australia. So we don't have an all renewables approach to our energy grid. We actually can make sure that the mobile phone towers that you, the Australian taxpayer, paid for actually work in the hour of need. It's about those childcare places, about filling in some potholes for the councils out there, and training our own to be doctors and nurses for. That's what it's about. Right. I'd rather come to Canberra and live with some values and principles and look people in the eye that I return to and represent and say, you know what? Not just because of political expedience, I traded it away. I stood by it. I had the values and principles that you asked me to make sure no matter what. And there were people in my party room that were going to lose pay, lose position. They were prepared to do it. They were going to lose their jobs, some of them, on joint Senate tickets. So I just say, just look at the National Party, look what we've done, what we're prepared to do.
No, I totally get it.
We can stand tall.
I get what you're saying, but so are you saying then that you've kissed and made up, this is it? Because I know that the Liberals have agreed in principle, but what exactly does in principle mean? That doesn't sound like it's a 100% done deal.
Yeah, well, that's something, and I'll take to the party room. And Susan and I've got those form of words that gives us comfort around that being the policy that we took to the last election, which is the wording we sent. And my party room will determine that because they're the ones that determined to walk away. And I get there's a couple that said, they didn't agree and they've made disparaging comments. But this wasn't my decision. It was the decision of the vast majority of the party room. So we just need to be respectful of our party room. Our party room makes this determination, not me, but the majority. The vast majority made this decision. They had the values to stand up and say, no, we're not walking away from this. Yeah. So what I'll do is finalise the rest of the negotiations with Susan Lee. That'll be presented to the party room and the party room will make their determination whether they wish to re-enter the coalition or not in the ensuing days.
All right, well, we'll be standing by for that one. Before we let you go, David, I just want to ask you about the flooding crisis, obviously. The Prime Minister and a number of his ministers out today already blaming it on climate change. Is that appropriate?
No, it's not. The immediacy is about saving lives and about making sure that we set ourselves up for the recovery. I was in Kempsey and Maxwell on Friday, and I'm hoping, I was going to Taree tomorrow, but I think the Prime Minister's going there, so my trip's been delayed. But what people want on the ground is action. They don't want politics. They actually just want people to look after people. And the people who can lead and should be focused on that, not on political points, but just getting on with the job. And I just say to all levels of government, this should just be about the immediacy of helping these people in their hour of need to make sure they get what they need in this great country of ours.
Absolutely spot on. David Littleproud, it's been nice to catch up. Thank you very much for joining me on the show this evening. Really appreciate it.